let's start with this one topic, Aadhar linking with voter ID card. Okay, so let us see this. In 2015, there was launching of this one scheme, National Electoral Roll Purification and Authentication Program. National Electoral Roll 2000, in 2015, there was this launch of National Electoral Roll of Purification, National Electoral Rolls Purification and Authentication Program. Purification and Authentication. An authentication program. Just to give you an idea of what is the meaning of it. Like you see that in our country, intentionally and unintentionally, there has been a number of duplicacy of the electoral rolls. Like suppose that if one person is belonging to Uttar Pradesh, so normally if they are going to any other state, let us say that for their job purpose or for living purpose, they have gone to Maharashtra, or they have come to Delhi, or they have gone to Bangalore or any other place. So then after, what happens that they get their name in the electoral roll of Maharashtra also, and their name is there in Uttar Pradesh also. So there is a duplicacy there. There is a duplicacy here. They are voters in Uttar Pradesh as well, and at the same time they are voters in Maharashtra. So one person can be a voter of only one place. A person cannot be a voter of more than one place. But sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally, there is a lot of duplication. So in order to remove that duplication, what we see that the Election Commission of India has started linking. It has started linking the voter ID card with Aadhar card. So what we see that due to multiple duplication, Election Commission of India started linking EPIC with Aadhar card. So the ID card, the voter ID which is provided, they have started linking it with this Aadhar card. Okay. Then there was one part that in August 2015, there was an announcement by Supreme Court. Okay. There was an announcement by Supreme Court. Supreme Court said that you can link Aadhar only if you are providing them from some when you are providing them with some welfare, or when you are providing some benefit. So you cannot use Aadhar for each and every purpose. Supreme Court said that you can use Aadhar only when you are going to provide them some benefit. Like if you are going to give them ration, you are giving them some subsidy, you are giving them some pension. So in that case, you can mandate the use of Aadhar. Otherwise, use of Aadhar cannot be made mandatory. So there was one such judgment by Supreme Court. Supreme Court said Aadhar mandatory only if some welfare services are involved. So this one part is there. Supreme Court said that you cannot have this unless you are providing some benefits to them, until unless you are giving some like cash remuneration or some benefits of some scheme, only then you can go for this. Okay. Then after what we see that this scheme was discontinued. This scheme was discontinued after the judgment. It has been discontinued after Supreme Court judgment. So this was discontinued after the Supreme Court judgment. Okay. Now what we see that, like just to give you an idea, what happened after this? Then came 2021. Then 2021. After these 6 years, there was an amendment in Representation of People Act 1950. Okay. So what we say that there was amendment in Representation of People Act . There was this amendment in Representation of People Act 1950. And as per this amendment, what has been done that now this enables the linking of electoral roll with Aadhar card. Okay. So now it enables the linking of electoral roll with Aadhar card. It is simply doing this one part, that now Aadhar card can be linked with EPIC or the electoral roll. Okay. So there has been challenges to this law also. When the amendment was done, then counter petitions were again filed in Supreme Court. There was counter petition in Supreme Court that Supreme Court has given this judgment, Aadhar can be made mandatory only and only if some welfare is being provided. So Election Commission has said that we have not mandated it, we have given it as an option. Okay. So this is one part, that we have not mandated it, okay, and we have just given it as an option that you can go for Aadhar linking, but it is not mandatory. So it has to be with informed consent. But I think you all understand that what is the meaning of informed consent in India. Okay. In the rural areas where people are not even aware about the concepts of privacy, in that if you say that Aadhar has to be linked with the voter ID card, then they might think this, that okay, this may be the law of the country. So when you are asking people every time for Aadhar and you are not telling them that if you want to give, you can give it. So in actual practice, what we say that in actual practice, it has been made mandatory. In the law, it says that it is not mandatory, but in actual process, it is being implemented as it is a mandatory part. Okay. So here, the Election Commission has informed that Aadhar is not mandatory. But there is one more challenge. There are various there is one thing called as Form 6 and 6B. Form 6 and 6B, they are still asking for the Aadhar data. Okay. However, Form 6 and 6B for electoral roll addition or modification still requires Aadhar data. Okay. So we see that Election Commission is saying that it is not mandatory. But if you look at their form 6 and 6b, it is still demanding the Aadhar. Okay. And at the grassroots level, where informed consent is just like a myth. There is nothing like informed consent at grassroots level. It is a myth that there is informed consent. In fact, the data is collected from them without informing them that what may be the use of it. So this is one challenge with the linking with the Representation of People Act 1950 amendment in 2021. Now, if we look at this, what are the pros and cons? Like, if we talk about this, what can be the possible benefit and what can be the challenges? We can see that also. Okay. So let us see this part, that the pros and cons. So can you tell me, like, what can be the possible pros of this? What can be the possible benefit if we are going for this linking of Aadhar card with the electoral roll? What can be the possible benefit? One part is, yes, it is going to curb the duplication. The duplication will reduce. That is one of the benefit. Okay. So, curb duplication. It is going to curb this duplication. Then, it will provide the actual insight of any constituency. Okay. Will provide correct estimate of voter count in any constituency. Okay. Will help in carrying out delimitation exercise. So there can be benefit of this. It will help to curb the duplication. It will give us the actual insight of how many voters are there in any constituency. It will also help to, like, in this delimitation exercise, because in India, delimitation is being done on the basis of population figure. So if we have the exact idea about the population figure, then we can divide the constituencies accordingly. So this is one part. But there are certain cons of it also. There are certain challenges with respect to this one. So what challenges are there? There can be wrongful deletion of data. There can be this wrongful deletion or rejection of data from the electoral rolls. Many a times it has been proved, it has been shown that Aadhar is not a correct reflection of the citizenship. Many people who are from Bangladesh have been able to get Aadhar card. So while it is not a proof of citizenship, how we can use it to prove something which is a proof of citizenship? Voter ID card is a proof of citizenship. So this one card is having more validity. This one card is having more validity than Aadhar or driving license or anything else. Driving license is just a recognition that the person can drive. Aadhar card is giving the information about the residentship. that where a person is residing. Okay. It is a part of identity that, okay, this is the person. It is only proving the identity, not proving the citizenship. So we are using a identity part, a identity card to prove the citizenship of someone. Okay. So this is one part. Aadhaar is not a proof of citizenship. So this is also one thing, that how you can use it. Okay. And the next part is, of course, violation of right to privacy. As per Supreme Court judgment. So that is one challenge with this respect to Aadhaar linking of voter ID card. Okay. There has been a fashion that since 2012-13, when Aadhaar card was introduced, from 2012-13 itself, there was a increasing push for linking everything with Aadhaar card. So many a times the telecom companies have been giving this estimate that if you don't link your mobile number with Aadhaar card, then it will be discontinued. Banks have been giving this guideline that if you don't link it with Aadhaar, your bank account will be closed. So in all other documents, in all other things, Aadhaar card has been made virtually mandatory. Okay. It has been made mandatory. Okay. So that is one challenge. That is one challenge with Aadhaar, that despite so many Supreme Court judgments and remarks, Aadhaar has been made mandatory in real sense. Okay. There is a myth that it is only this on the basis of informed consent. There is no informed consent in there. It has been made mandatory. If you give the Aadhaar, your work will be done. Otherwise, it may take many days. Okay. So that is one challenge with respect to Aadhaar and its uses. Okay. Yes. So this is one part, that what can be pros and cons of this Aadhaar.